my name is Sarah Westerway and I'm a Master Practitioner with Healing Solutions. I'm joined today by Dr. Tom Miller, who is a Senior Practitioner on our team, and Kylie, who is an Australian client of mine. She is here with us today as a test client in a demonstration, and she has some back pain that we're going to work on for her today. So thank you, Tom and Kylie, for joining me.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
So do you want to just explain what's going on with your back and we can start seeing what's going on for you?
Oh, I just have, I do go to a chiropractor weekly for assistance with my back, but I just feel like I have continuous kind of just hugging pain in my sort of middle to lower back. Some of the muscles just hang on to pain that I don't know should be there. So it just irritates me, and I feel like I should be functioning far better than I am.
Okay. Is it primarily your lower back?
So my middle back as well, and the muscles sort of either side of the spine.
Okay.
And then down into my sort of, especially to my right lower back at the moment, and sort of seems to be grabbing there.
Any neck pain?
Yeah, you could add the whole thing from neck to tailbone, really, but if you want to break it down.
Okay. So have you had injuries into your spine?
So when I was maybe 20, I had a car accident. Rolled the car. So that's why I've had chiropractic all my life. Prior to that, I did get diagnosed with scoliosis by a chiropractor, so he was assisting me with that through my life. So yes, it's not an ideal spine, but I'm a very active person and I try to look after myself, but sometimes I feel like the pain within my body shouldn't be there structurally. It's kind of hanging on.
Okay. So there is a non-physical field here, Sarah. Okay. So do we want to go ahead and work on that?
Yeah, so that's up to you, Kylie. I think if you're willing to, that's stuff we can work on off the call, but if you want to work on the non-physical as a demonstration and you're happy with that, that's totally up to you.
Oh, personally, I don't mind, and if it's too tragic, we can just cut it, can't we?
Okay.
I've got no secrets.
Okay, so Kylie's a horse rider. So my first question would be: have you fallen off a horse and landed on your tailbone?
Just frozen. There we go. You're back. Gosh, I have fallen off horses. Have I landed on my tailbone? Oh, I don't deliberately remember. Yeah. I can't recall falls. Definitely. Yeah. Not recently.
So I see a fall of a horse, so that's what made me think something there as well. But yeah, if we think, so what I would do now is I would test what the body's priority is. So is your body's priority the non-physical, or is your body priority the physical side of it? And what we would just test is if it is the priority is the non-physical, then we can work on that to help you clear this. If the priority was the physical, then we'd go into that. So do you get that the priority is non-physical, Tom?
I think if we clear the physical part of it, that will just kind of show up naturally. Yeah. And I don't know. It's it might be kind of intense for let's just see what happens. Okay, let's just see what shows up. Okay.
We can cut whatever we need to if it gets too intense. I mean, we can just keep.
Okay. All right. So, because I can feel the emotional part of it, and maybe by clearing the physical, we can help we can open up the gates for that to clear. Okay. So it won't be quite so intense. All right. So so we've already established that her polarity is good. Her polarity is online. Let's just double check that. So Kylie, I'll have you say, I want to be healthy.
I want to be healthy.
Good. I want to be sick.
I want to be sick.
Perfect. So that's holding. Okay. So if we think about this back pain, what I want to ask is testing for Kylie in this field specifically. So we did a general reconnection. So I want to ask, testing for Kylie specifically in this field of back pain, something is not connected. Yes. Okay. All right. Is that a body system? It is. Okay. So I'm just going to run through and I'm going to ask in this field, there's some part of the nervous system that's not online. Yeah. Okay. Is that central nervous system? No. Okay. Peripheral nervous system? Yes. Okay. Is this a spinal nerve? Yes. Okay. Cervical spinal nerve? Yes. Okay. C1. Okay. So C1 nerve is offline. Okay. C2 is offline. Okay. C3 is offline. All right. C4, 5, 6, 7. And then there's a C8 nerve root, even though there's no C8 vertebra. C8 nerve root online, C8 nerves online. T1, 2, 3, T3 is offline. T4, okay. T5 is offline, okay. T6, 7, 8, 9, 10, T10, 11, T12, okay. L1, 2, 3, L3 is offline. L4 is offline. L5, okay. Sacral nerves are online. Okay. Sacral nerves are online. Okay. All right. So let's just reconnect all of those. So C1, 2, 3, T3, 4, 5, T10, 11, 12, L3, L4, and L5. So we'll just reconnect all those. Okay. All right. So in this field with back pain, okay, testing for Kylie, there's some other part of my nervous system that's not connected. Yes. Okay. Is that central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, autonomic nervous system, enteric nervous system? Okay. So the enteric nervous system, of course, is the nervous system of the gut, sometimes called the second brain. Okay. So there's so much there that I just envision that whole enteric nervous system and I just bring it all online at once. Okay. All right, testing for Kylie in this field of back pain. There's some other part of my nervous system that's not online. No, okay. My circulatory system is online. My vascular tissue is online. My respiratory system is online. My digestive system is online. Okay, good. My excretory system is online. My muscular system is not. Okay, so let's just bring in skeletal muscle, smooth muscle, cardiac muscle. Okay. Do we need to be more specific? No. Okay. All right. My skeletal system, 100% online. No. Okay. All right. I have one or more vertebrae that are not connected. No. Okay. Because you reconnected all those already. I have one or more spinal discs that are not connected. Yes. Okay, here we go. C2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7. Okay. C7, T1, T1, 2. Okay. 2, 3, 3, 4, T3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, T7, T8, T8, T9, 9, 10, 10, 11, 11, 12, T12, L1, L1, 2. Okay. Let's bring that in. L2, 3 is offline. Let's bring that in. Okay. L3, 4, L4, 5, L5, S1. Let's bring in all of those discs. Okay. We'll bring those online. Okay. All right. Testing for Kylie, some other part of my skeletal system is offline. Yes. Okay. Jaw, no. Cranial sutures, yes. Okay. Let's park those for a second. Okay. SI joints, okay. Left SI, right SI, okay. Some other spinal joints, yeah, okay. I'm just going to bring those in generally because I know the areas already from the discs and the nerves. So we're just going to bring all of those, they're called facet joints or zygapophyseal joints. We're going to bring all those joints online. Okay, do we need to be more specific? We do, okay. Cervical, dorsal, lumbar, okay. L5S1, L4, 5. Okay, specifically, we need to bring in the facet joints at L4, 5, L3, 4, okay. Some other spinal joints, no, okay. Some other joints of the body, okay. Did you ever break your collarbone?
No, I haven't.
Okay, because your right clavicle is offline, your right AC joint. Do you have any shoulder pain at all?
Probably under there somewhere, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
Hips, knees, ankles, feet, toes, something else with the skeletal system, ribs, everything's good. Okay, perfect. All right, testing for Kylie, I have additional body systems that are not connected. No, excellent. I have one or more organs, glands, or tissues that are not connected. No, okay. So everything's online. All right, so I'm just gonna go through, I'm gonna clear any reversal anywhere in your body. I'm gonna put everything into autonomic balance. I'm gonna clear any curtains, okay. So now your body is like wide open for us to test, okay. So, so now we can ask, everything's online. We can ask Kylie, testing for Kylie now, there's something that resonates in my body and we kind of want to be specific about this back pain. There's something that resonates in my body that blocks my healing. Yes, okay. Is that physical? It is, okay. Is that spinal physical? Is that cranial physical? Cranial suture, yes, okay. So I'm just gonna run through, is that coronal suture, sagittal suture? Sagittal suture's offline. So I'm just gonna put that online, that suture, that joint, that's a joint in the cranium. I'm gonna put that online, okay. Some other sutures offline, okay. Lambdoidal, okay, we'll bring that online. And yeah, we'll bring that online. And we'll actually, what we have to do is clear the compression in that suture, okay. Because it's not enough to bring it online. We have to tell the body we want to open up that suture a little bit. Okay. Testing for Kylie now. Something else with my cranial sutures. Okay. Testing for Kylie. There's something else that resonates in my body that blocks my healing. Yeah. Is that physical? Yes. Okay. Is that some additional toxins? Is that pathogen? Okay. Is that virus? No. Bacteria, fungus. Okay. All right. Testing for Kylie. I want to be healthy. I want to be sick. Okay. Is that a biofilm? No. Okay. Is this viral, bacteria, fungus, parasite, protozoa, mycoplasma? Okay. Mycoplasma. Okay. Unknown pathogen. Okay. So there's some unknown pathogens. Okay. How many mycoplasma? There's 1, 2, 3. Okay. And how many unknown pathogens? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Unknown pathogens are almost always viruses, but your body hasn't really been able to identify those as virus. And so it's using, your body's using your, kind of like we call it the built-in immune system to just go in there and just dump stuff on those pathogens to try and kill them. All right. And it works, but it creates a lot of inflammation in the area. Okay. So it's called the innate immune system. All right. The other part of the immune system is where we develop antibodies, which are the silver bullets. Okay. And so essentially what we're going to do is we're going to open it up so your body can look at those pathogens finally and say, oh, that's what they are. And then you can make antibodies to get rid of them. Okay. So part of your back pain is the fact that you've got some unknown pathogens in there somewhere. Your body hasn't really been able to identify them. So it's dumping all of this peroxide and all these enzymes and stuff on there, trying to kill all the bad stuff. but it's flaring up your tissue at the same time. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
And viruses, bacteria, fungi are really good at masking in the body. So the great thing about our work is we have tests to find hidden pathogens as well as unknown pathogens, because the body doesn't always recognize it. Sometimes it knows it's there, doesn't know what it is. Sometimes it doesn't even know it's there to start with. It's really masked. So
exactly. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and ask. All right, so let's bring that information in. Okay, so there's mycoplasma and there's a bunch of unknown pathogens there. Okay, so we want that information in, all right, so that our healing intelligence can be working on that. And let's just ask, do any of these pathogens resonate anywhere within the spinal column? Okay, yeah, all right, somewhere in the cervical spine, a little bit, dorsal spine, lumbar spine, primarily lumbar spine. Okay, within the facet joints. Okay, in the discs. Okay, in the vertebra themselves. Okay, in the muscles, and the ligaments, tendons, fascia, and the fascia. Okay, synovial fluid. Okay, let's just bring in all of that tissue. I think we can just kind of clear this in general. So let's bring in all of the spinal muscles, okay? All of the ligaments of the spine. So there's anterior longitudinal ligament, there's posterior longitudinal ligament, there's ligaments inside. Let's bring in all of the fascia, all of the synovial joints, synovial fluid, synovial tissue, all of the discs, all of the vertebra. Okay, let's bring in the vascular tissue. Let's bring in the nerve roots. Okay, all right, perfect. Okay, all right, and I'm going to actually clear all of that right now, so we get that out of the way. Okay. Okay. Now, testing for Kylie. Okay. There's something else that resonates in my body that blocks my healing. No. Okay. All right. Okay. So I think, you guys, I think what's happened is we've reached an end point before her body's saying, let me clear all of this stuff. Let's just give it a half a minute. We'll see if we can, I think we've reached an end point here where body's like, that's all I can handle today. So I'm just running through the clearing code here right now, helping her body process all of this. Okay. And I can see, Sarah, you were right. There was a, Kylie, were you riding horses when you were 16?
Oh, yes.
Okay. How old were you at the car accident?
About 19 or 20, 24, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe more like 22, I think, actually.
Okay.
I can't remember.
Okay. Yeah, I think what's showing up right now is just something associated with going off a horse. Did you ever get thrown?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So Sarah, I think this is what you were seeing, is this injury at age 16. Okay. Kylie, you definitely landed on your tailbone. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, all right.
And what we find with tailbone injuries is it can act like a concussion. So people land on their bottoms, have a tailbone injury, and get concussion type symptoms, even though it's not necessarily diagnosed as a concussion. Sometimes it's not, sometimes it is, but yeah, people who fall on that then can lead to different concussion symptoms. So, you know, Kylie's had a few cranial sutures that were out, some cranial nerves.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, now, can we go on? Okay, so yeah, so we can actually go on. Okay. So if I go back and I ask now, testing for Kylie, there's something else that resonates in my body that blocks my healing. Yes. Okay. Is that physical? Is that non-physical? Okay. So something non-physical is blocking your healing. And it doesn't seem quite as volatile now as when we started. Okay. All right. And all right. So let me just ask it, has there been sort of an unhappy time period in your life?
Oh, yes. I have lived, yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So what's showing up, and actually the neat thing about this is sometimes when we clear this stuff, it's like we take the lid off the kettle and the steam rolls out, and that's what this looks like. It's like something that you've worked on, it was there. We're just giving your body an opportunity to clear. Okay. And so this is a time in your life when you were unhappy, you still carry some sadness about that. It feels like there was a loss at the same time. And this was actually in your 30s, 32, 33, 34, somewhere in there. Okay. And you don't have to tell us about it because it's showing up. So I'm just going to clear it for you. Okay.
Yeah.
So what we can ask is, there was an anchoring trauma that started with this back pain, and what's in your life now and what was in your life as a part in the past that is connected. So what is the anchoring trauma has gone back to 30 something years old. So if I test, well, yeah, I'm getting like 32.
Yeah. Okay.
And like Tom said, we don't necessarily have to know details about the trauma. We can just know the body's going to show us. So our clients don't have to get into the story of things.
Yeah.
We can help clear them without the whole storytelling.
Yeah. So that's clearing for you, Kylie, right now. The interesting thing is, as these things clear, what happens is the body starts appearing to be brighter. And it's almost like there's more light that can come into the being. Or maybe it's just your energy is moving better. I don't even know what that is, but you're definitely getting brighter in your being. Okay. Hope that doesn't sound too weird.
No.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay. So there's still something on your heart, but I don't really want to go after it today. Is that okay?
I'm curious.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can discuss this after off the call, Kylie, so we can, we don't have to share those details, but if we want to check whether at this point we would see so we could check emotions that were coming up, any intentions behind the back pain. We could check if it was a frozen emotion, if it's your emotion that you're carrying, and just knowing Kylie's history, going through a lot at the moment. So our back is where we often find the pain of our past and our present. So we can look at different types of emotions that are coming up, whether they're her emotions or she's holding them for somebody else, but we can do that off the call privately.
Yeah. So
but
Kylie,
we just see what we found.
What do you feel what do you feel in your back right now?
I actually feel like the middle back has just kind of settled and not holding me so tight in my chair.
Okay.
Which is nice. Yeah, I do feel, it actually feels a lot more settled, not so grippy.
Yeah.
Which is
okay.
a good fit.
Okay.
I'll know when I go and start my physical work again, won't I?
Yeah. Okay. So sometimes what I might do at this point would be to give the client a code that they would read, and it would continue to clear all of this stuff. All right. In fact, that's what I always do is I give the client a code, and then they just, the code is acupuncture points, and they just read through the code, and it's like getting an acupuncture treatment. Okay. And it just continues to clear all of the stuff that we brought up. that Kylie's body is processing right now. Yeah. Okay. So we can do that. Sarah, do you have your chart of points right now?
We can. Do we want to test? I know Kylie already has a code, so we can test whether she needs a new one or versus we can pull it into her code.
We can use that code for sure. Yeah, we can just pull that right in. Yeah. Okay.
We just test, is it in the client's highest and best good to have a new code? For you, it's testing no. We can pull it into a previous code. Of course, if it's a brand new client, they probably have never had a code before and we'd build them a new one.
Yeah, you can pull it right in because I see that you've touched on this area in the past, this non-physical stuff in the past. So the kind of like the root of that is in the code. So I think that's going to be fine. Yeah. Okay.
And then we can just test how many times per day. I'm getting 3.
Okay.
And then 3 times through.
Okay.
So reading it 3 times a day, reading that code 3 times through.
So 9 times a day total.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Okay. And really, I mean, you should feel somewhat better every day.
Yeah.
Every day. And if you don't, then you should talk to us about it. You should also wear a mask when you're doing the horse feed.
Oh, that's my whole
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to wear a mask in public, but if
Good.
you know, but if you could do it so you're not breathing that horse feed, it will help you a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
It comes up a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then stay away from spiders.
Yeah.
All right.
So we'll work on this off the call. So I just wanted to thank you, Dr. Tom Miller, for joining me today. And Kylie, as being our test client, I really appreciate your time. So thank you for tuning in to the next episode of Healing Solutions, and we'll join you soon.
Thank you, Kylie.
Thank you very much.
Good to meet you.
You too.
Okay.